Welcome
to the Michael Smerconish program.
Hey gang, thanks so much for being here. It was 30 years ago tonight that I marked the beginning of my career in talk radio.
Well, I don't know why I came here tonight. I got the feeling that something ain't right. I'm so scared in case I fall off my chair. And I'm wondering how I'll get down the stairs.
I met Ronald Reagan. I twice interviewed President Barack Obama. I drank champagne from the Stanley Cup. I had a 7-hour dinner with Fidel Castro at his house.
Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Yes,
Of course I talk for a living. It's always been my calling. And not because I'm a lawyer, not because I have a background in politics. In retrospect, I guess I just wanted the attention. I host a daily radio program that bears my name. I have a weekly cable television program, and I've authored 7 books. I'm pleased with those achievements, but I am far more proud of what went into them. In 1980, I turned 18 and registered to vote as a Republican, like my parents. That spring, my father decides to make a run for public office. My first time as a voter, I got to vote for my dad and to cast my first presidential ballot. So George Herbert Walker Bush wins the Pennsylvania primary. My dad lost his, but I was hooked on politics. I formed a club, Lehigh University Youth for Reagan Bush. I was an advance man for the sitting vice president of the United States. I traveled several times across country planning the logistics of his personal appearances. At age 23, I managed a portion of Senator Arlen Specter's re-election campaign. I ran for the same seat for which my father had run. I thought it would be a Hollywood ending, but I lost too. But it was a combination of all of these unique political experiences at an early age that caused me to be invited as a guest on television and radio. And then I was given a guest host gig, and soon I was offered many of the most unpopular fill-in times. Thanksgiving night, Super Bowl Sunday, I did them all. But I was now being paid for something that I would gladly have done for free. I am so very fortunate. My media work afforded me a really rich life. There were days when I guest hosted for both O'Reilly and Matthews. I would leave Fox News and walk into 30 Rock and guest host Hardball. I didn't know whether the risk was higher of me getting shot in the chest or shot in the back.
Hello, Governor.
Michael, how are you?
I'm terrific. How you doing?
Good. I'm in Austin, Texas.
Hey, Governor, we wish you Godspeed tonight.
Thank you, buddy. A lot of us going to come down to the great state of Pennsylvania, and that's why I'm calling, Michael.
By the time I went to the Middle East as a Pentagon guest, I was already leery of the Bush administration for what I thought was a lack of prosecuting the hunt for bin Laden and Ayman al-Zawahiri. It looks like for 6.5 years we've been outsourcing the hunt for bin Laden to a guy with no motivation to get him. Do you agree with my assessment, and what are you going to do to change it?
But you may be aware of the fact that I made a speech in August. You remember I got criticized.
Not by me, Senator. I applauded
I
you.
know.
Of course I've changed in the last 30 years. I think we all have, right? What's different is that, in my case, all of my opinions have been captured on audio and videotape. Philadelphia Magazine, April issue 2009. What the hell was I thinking? I've moved from a reliably Republican voter to a registered independent. There's been a huge uptick in incivility and polarization among our leaders in the exact same time period in which the media has moved to extremes. Good for ratings, good for revenue, bad for the country.